I think the most interesting thing was the point made by the Harvard professor who said that Skype, though it was just sold for $8.5 billion, was created by a couple of guys who previously run a peer-to-peer file sharing service, and that YouTube had a history of lawsuits before it was bought by Google. I just spoke with Sean Parker, who of course started Napster and played a role in the early days of Facebook, about disruptive ideas, and he said that he was a big music fan. He'd never sort of set out to take down the music industry. He actually was a huge music fan, and it came from a question I asked him whether his support for Spotify was atonement for Napster, and he said he's just finishing the job. So the fascinating thing for me is whether you can actually fuel innovation without breaking rules. And I think that that's a discussion that sort of needs to be had at a higher level. At least it needs to be reflected that not everyone, there's no consensus about how you drive innovation. So from several people I heard, the best thing that governments can do in terms of regulation is to leave us alone, to not regulate as much as possible. We started with a very good interview with John Perry Barlow, the co-founder of the Electronic Frontier Foundation, who had grave concerns about efforts he sees afoot to try to control the internet and dictate the rules by which things will be developed. So I think it's a fascinating discussion. I don't think it's something you can solve in 2 days, though. All of these guys, the reason that you have them up there is that they started out by breaking rules, and they developed very popular services. Zenstrom said that he made the point that he supports Rdio, which is a subscription service in the U.S. Sean Parker is an investor in Spotify, so that they've both kind of come full circle. So just that that's recognized, I think, is one important thing, that it's you don't quell innovation by clamping down too hard. That's what I get a lot. And just on the point of whether it's useful, I know that I did speak with Wikipedia's founder, Jimmy Wales, and he was impressed with the effort to include the people of the internet in the discussion. So I think that there are some encouraging, some people are encouraged by the effort that's been made. Probably you could use a few more sort of younger upstart companies next time.